Hey, welcome back to Rainwood Collectibles. I am Steven, this is Chewy, and we've had a lot of new items come in the last couple of weeks. I want to share them with you and show you how they fit into the collection. Join us. Now, I have bought a number of items from Matt over at the Movie Reliquary over the years. Now, these are small pieces of actual props from both movies and TV. So many of these little displays actually are created by using pieces of props which have become unrepairable or no longer usable during the restoration process. So normally these pieces would be discarded, but Matt and his team have encapsulated in acrylic a small little piece of movie history for you to have in your home. As you can see here, I've got a number of pieces from Star Wars, starting from episode 1, 2, and 3, Solo, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. Just in the past month, I picked up these two Last Crusade items, and I've had that section of the Flying Wing for a number of years now. A production used piece of Slimer from Ghostbusters, a small piece of the Goonies house, which is funny, I had to get this from England when it's about an hour from our house. But what came in the mail this week was a small section of Mogwai fur from Gremlins 2, the new batch. Isn't that little guy cute? On the back of each one of these is the certificate of authenticity, signed there, you can see, by Matt himself. Now this one, man, I was excited for. A piece of a screen-used helmet decal from the 1982 sci-fi classic Tron. So I've been picking up the loose Tomy 1982 Tron action figures, but I haven't done anything carded yet. Well, I came to an end last week. Finding boxed and carded Tron these days is pretty difficult. The pricing on these is skyrocketed. I picked this one up. It was a fairly good price. It's got a little bit of ding there on the box. You just don't see these in the wild or even online anymore very often, but I am glad to have this in the collection. It's a really sweet piece. All right, the 1979/80 Migo Chips line. One bad guy away from having a complete loose line. Now we start the carded line. I can just see Carla's eyes rolling right now. She's like, do you need a carded line of chips? Yes, I do. Look at the artwork on this card, dude. This thing is beautiful. Look at it. This is a really nice card. It's got a little bit of a bubble dent right there. Other than that, it looks pretty good. I'm not too sure that this looks like Erica Estrada, but I do give Migo a lot of credit because their head sculpts and their body sculpts, they're pretty good usually. The back of the card does have a little bit of marking there, a little bit of a tear mark, but it does show the three main characters. It doesn't show the two bad guys, Willie Wheels and Jimmy Squeaks, which are actually carryover figures from the C.B. McCall Migo line. Down at the bottom, it does feature the Buck Rogers Black Hole Star Trek and Superpowers Pocket Hero line, which is very cool. I think when I show this to Carla, she's going to like it. All right, one of my favorite toy lines of all time is the 1980 Migo Black Hole action figure toy line. Now this is a Gig Italian Black Hole Vincent carded action figure. You can see that the card back is different than the regular toy line would be. This thing is absolutely awesome. I've been putting together this line for a number of years now, and it's just, man, it gets really super difficult, especially when you get to the final three. I'll show you on the back here in just a second. But these it's a small line. It's just a cool, very detailed line of action figures to collect. Now you can see there at the bottom left corner the Gig logo, and then over here you got the Migo logo. All right, let me spin this around and let's take a look at the back. Really cool. The artwork on this thing is absolutely awesome. It shows all the figures in the line. There's 12 figures. Man, I'm just smiling, and I'm so excited to even look at this right now. It's just so cool. I don't know why. The movie's absolutely atrocious. These are the three figures I was talking to you about. The old Bob, the humanoid, and the Black Star figure. Man, these are difficult, and when you find them, they are not cheap, trust me. Super glad to add this into the collection. It's just a really, it's an awesome piece. All right. The 1978 Mattel Battlestar Galactica line of action figures and toys. Now this is a show that Carla and I both love, so it's really easy to collect because she's on board with me most of the time. The line is actually a little bit bigger than you think it would be, but I did not have this Viper launch station, which gets me even closer to finishing this entire toy line off. I do not remember ever seeing this in a catalog or in a store as a kid, because if I had, this would have been on every list I could have written. Christmas, birthday, Valentine, Easter, St. Patrick's Day, you name it. This would have been on it. Now this had been opened, it's not mint sealed, so I did take it out. All the parts are accounted for. The only thing missing actually are the rubber bands, shown right here. I got to get some rubber bands to make sure it actually works, but it looks like everything is functional. Very cool artwork all over this box. This is just going to display beautifully with all the rest of the Battlestar Galactica toys. Hey, thanks for joining Chewy and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. And hey, we'll see you next time.